What's up, all you Hulkamaniacs? This is the AWO show, Assholes with Opinions. And we got some breaking news for you today. So stay tuned, brothers. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life. What's up, everybody? Splatman here, another AWO show. And we got some exciting news for you today. Something that I think is fucking so sweet and awesome. I think you'll like it too. Like always, I'm with my main man, the man with the beard, the man with the master plan, Mr. Gonzo Shark. What's up, buddy?
What up, brother? What up, brother?
What up, brother?
What you gonna do when the AWO show runs wild on you, brother?
Fuck you, man. He's just exciting as I am. We're just so, we've been diehard wrestling fans for so long, even though wrestling has kind of been downhill lately, but we still love it. We still love the past, but I'm ready for this. Are you ready for this, Gonzo?
I'm ready.
You sound ready. You sound excited.
I'm
That's
excited.
Fucking awesome. So we just got some breaking news that they're going to be making a biopic film about the Hulkster, the Hulkamaniac, Hulk Hogan. And it's who would play that role? Who would fill Hulk Hogan's boots, I should say.
Dude, I know.
The yellow and red.
I know. Can I say it?
Go ahead.
Fucking Bill Murray, bro.
Who would do it better than fucking Bill Murray? That fucking guy can play anybody.
Oh, dude, I had to do it. Oh man, Bill Murray. You can put Bill Murray. You can like put him in any fucking scenario, and it's awesome. Just because it's fucking Bill Murray, dude.
There's no one like fucking Bill Murray.
Imagine if he really did play him though. What would that be?
He's fucking probably older than Hulk Hogan, bro. That wouldn't make any sense.
I know, dude. All right, so let's get serious here. If people haven't heard, reveal to them who is going to play Mr. Hogan.
Well, people, if you're a big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if you're a big fan of the Avengers, then you'll know who I'm talking about, who we're talking about. And the man they casted to be the Hulkster is Mr. Chris Hemsworth, Mr. Thor, the God of Thunder himself. And I think that casting is awesome. He's got the build. He's even got like the light blonde facial hair and the hair. I just think he's gonna kill it, to be honest with you. And like, you wouldn't even know. I mean, you wouldn't even expect Chris Hemsworth to be casted as Hulk Hogan. That kind of came out of left field for me. Just fucking not so long ago, no one even knew who he was.
And you know what's crazy, dude? And it goes back to something we were talking about in like one of our last videos when we were talking about Gary Oldman. Fucking Chris Hemsworth is from Australia, right? And he's got that thick accent. So I haven't seen him in that many movies. Like I haven't watched the Thors and stuff. Does he talk with an accent in those movies or no?
Australian accent? No.
Does it sound like he has an accent at all?
Well, Thor, the character Thor, he talks Shakespearean.
Okay. Yeah.
He talks like that. Other movies I've seen him in, you could check him out in the new Men in Black that's coming out.
Yeah. I heard about that.
He was in Bad Times with El Royale. I want to see that. It's a
Oh
great
no.
movie. No, he
So
didn't have
so
an
so
accent.
you're answering my whole thought right now because I was just wondering like if he has a really thick accent, it would be interesting to see how much he can sound like Hulk Hogan.
Dude, I think he can do it. Feel like he has the energy to be the Hulkster. Um,
I mean,
accent or not, I think he can definitely pull it.
oh,
You know,
I
he's.
agree.
I feel like as a young and upcoming actor, his range is just getting better and better with each and every movie he has.
Yeah.
Like when you take Thor movies, like Thor 1 or Thor 2 The Dark World, it was like, all right, they cast him as Thor. They told him to be like this, and he was like that. When you take Thor 3, um, Thor Ragnarok, he kind of took his own character and made it become himself, made it his own. He just went off and said, you know what, fuck this. You know, I'm gonna make it my own. He got that Australian attitude, and he killed it. He killed it. Thor Ragnarok is way better than 1 and 2. In my opinion, I think a lot of people agree with me. And like I feel like he's becoming his own. So I think if he was given the opportunity to play someone like Hulk Hogan, I think he's gonna kill it, bro. I think he's gonna do his research. He's gonna study. I mean, for all we know, he was a big fan. I mean,
I was just gonna say that
who
he,
wasn't a big fan of Hulk Hogan?
yeah,
Even if you didn't watch wrestling, you know who Hulk Hogan is. You
of
know,
course.
but I just think and there's a couple of people I talked to, and they don't agree that Chris Hemsworth can play Hulk Hogan, but I disagree. I really feel like he'll make a great Hulk Hogan. Like I said, he has the energy. I feel like he'll take it all in. He'll do his research. And just he's got the physique, fucking Hogan was huge back in the day. He had like the biggest biceps in wrestling. Like, no
Oh
one even
yeah,
it
the
didn't even seem like
24-inch pythons, brother.
yeah, exactly. It didn't even seem like anybody came close. But
No, in Hemsworth, I've seen what he looks like in Thor and stuff, and he can be a ripped dude. So he'll probably put on a lot of size and train like a motherfucker for that role. And
well,
I bet you he'll look kind of like Hulk Hogan.
well, yeah. Even now, dude, you look at his training videos. I've seen a couple of them. He's fucking intense, bro. He gets in it.
Yeah,
He fucking trains hard.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, getting the news that he's casted as Hulk Hogan, I mean, it's just awesome. And then getting the news that director Todd Phillips is going to be directing it. Um,
That's what sold, dude. That was like the icing on the fucking cake for me right there because I love Todd Phillips and I just think he makes great movies. And it's just like, wow, man, Todd Phillips is not fucking around like Joker. And I mean, there's a lot of hype behind that now. I feel like, a lot of people are, want to see what Joaquin Phoenix Joker is going to be like, and especially with Todd Phillips making the movie. And to follow that up now with the Hulk Hogan thing with Chris Hemsworth, I mean, dude, that's pretty serious. Todd Phillips is not fucking around, and I expect both of those movies to be awesome. I really do.
yeah, and you got to think Joker is a huge fan base. It's tough to take on the Joker
Yeah,
because there's so many fans that love the Joker. When it comes to comic book fans, they fucking either really love it or they absolutely hate it.
and they
And
also and dude, they also like love their version of the Joker because Joker's evolved so much over the years and different ways and stuff, and even in the movies too. And people like, if you just look at the movies, like we really love Heath Ledger Joker, but that, I don't know, maybe your father John or, you know, my stepfather or something might say, oh no, Jack Nicholson was the greatest fucking Joker ever. You know what I mean? So I just feel like people love like their version of the Joker. So that's what makes it even more, like enthralling about it. Cause like what's going to happen? How are people going to look at it? How big is that movie going to be? It's going to be a box office fucking smash, or is it just going to like flop, or what's going to happen? You know?
yeah, and like it's weird because like when I think of Todd Phillips, growing up, I think of movies like Road Trip,
Yep.
old school, Starsky and Hutch, and then when we got a little older, he did the Hangover movies, and like War Dogs was a great movie. It's like these comedic directors are taking new roles with like these new like serious films when it
Yeah,
comes to the
yeah.
Joker and the Hulk Hogan movie.
And
Um,
Halloween.
yeah,
Halloween.
and
Can't
and
forget that.
Halloween. So like just it's like a change. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's something new. It's like we know Todd Phillips as like this comedic director,
Hmm.
and he goes off and pulls off something like the Joker or Hulk Hogan. I'm loving it, dude. I'm digging it.
I mean, dude,
Um,
it would. I just got this thought, and I have to say it. It would almost be like if we found out that like somebody like Rob Zombie or something was like remaking like fucking Dumb and Dumber or something. It's just like something you would never expect. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have never fucking expected Todd Phillips to be making a movie about Hulk Hogan, and I never would have thought it would have been with Chris Hemsworth. Like that would have been both of those things would have been the last thing on my fucking radar. So
well, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but when you think of Todd Phillips, I guarantee you he loved Hulk Hogan.
oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Well, he must have.
I guarantee you he was a fan. So when he got the opportunity to fucking sign that contract or whatever it is to make the Hulk Hogan movie, I bet he was all over that.
Yep. Yep.
And not only Todd Phillips, so we got Scott Silver as the writer supposedly of this Hulk Hogan movie, and he's known for like The Fighter and 8 Mile and shit like that. Also, I guess he's got some writing into the Joker, which we know nothing about yet because the movie's not out yet. I don't even think we have a trailer. We have a teaser trailer, but it doesn't show anything of the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you get back to Chris Hemsworth, if you people don't know who Chris Hemsworth is, he's obviously Thor in the Thor movies and Avengers. I mean, if you don't watch Avengers, if you haven't watched Avengers, you should watch it. Gonzo Shark's kind of fucking lame because he hasn't watched it.
Hey.
Avengers Endgame is coming out this year, and it's like it's. I mean, I fucking count down the days for it because it's just awesome. And Chris Hemsworth as Thor, is excellent. He also did like I mentioned Bad Times at El Royale, and if you guys haven't watched Bad Times at El Royale, it's definitely a switch up. He's not in like the movie, like he's probably in like if I was like I'd probably say 40% of the movie, maybe even 30% of the movie, but when he is in the movie, he makes an impact. I think he's just an all-around great actor. He's in. I remember in Snow White and the Huntsman.
That's what I was just gonna say. That was the fucking movie that, did, like, really. I also I liked the fucking Cabin in the Woods movie, and he was in that. But the Snow White and the Huntsman, man, that was the movie that really fucking made me like Chris Hemsworth because he played a badass role in that movie, and that movie was just dope. Anyway, it was just a sick movie.
Yeah, dude. Well, honestly, I didn't like Snow White and the Huntsman.
What?
I mean, I wasn't that big of a fan. I don't really like Kristen Stewart, to be honest with you. But I think the shining spot of the movie was Chris Hemsworth because whenever he was in the movie and his action scenes were awesome. He played it out awesome.
Hell yeah.
Also, he was also in the new remake of the Ghostbusters with the all-female cast. I wasn't a big fan of that movie,
I
but
heard that sucked.
yeah, he wasn't. He was in that movie. Also, he was in one of the new vacation movies to carry on from National Lampoon's, Vegas Vacation and Christmas Vacation, all that. I think he did a pretty good job. He was only in it for a little while, but he was definitely fucking hilarious.
Was that good? That movie?
Dude, I was always a fan of Vacation, so
I love him too, but I didn't know what it was going to be like with all those new people.
Well, you got Ed Helm,
Yeah.
as Rusty, and I love Ed Helm and
Wait, Ed Helm's supposed to be who?
Rusty.
Oh, is he? Oh, dude, that's
so
okay.
He has his own family and shit. He definitely doesn't have the luck like he used to, but he has his own family, and you do see Chevy Chase for a little bit, and there's one part in the movie where Chevy Chase gives his grandson a guitar, and he's like, that guitar, a close friend of mine gave me that guitar. His name is Bob Dylan. The kid's like, really? The Bob Dylan? And he's like, no, Dilloon. Dude, it was just, I respect that movie. I thought it was funny. It had a lot of funny parts.
I gotta see that, dude.
Chris Hemsworth definitely was funny in it when he was in it. Um, Also, like the one movie that it reminds me of Chris Hemsworth when he made an impact on me. When I first seen him, it was in Star Trek, the new Star Trek that they made. Um, he was he was Kirk's father, and he kind of just he had so much emotion. He was only in like the first 10 minutes of the movie, but Chris Hemsworth had so much emotion in that movie. He was giving his life pretty much for his child, and he was kind of saving the universe, I guess. And like you can tell how much of a passionate actor he was because of all that emotion he gave. When he can give someone when an actor can give someone goosebumps, for the only 5 minutes of the movie that they were in, it just shows that um, he's a great potentially fucking awesome actor. So that's what it reminds me of when I first think of like first seeing Chris Hemsworth besides Thor. Um, um, Also, like you mentioned, Cabin in the Woods. It was actually a decent movie. I was surprised on how good it
I,
was.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was decent, and just is he just. I'm not taking anything away from his acting skills, but he just seemed a little bit out of place in that movie. Um, I don't know, just a
Well,
big bulky
he didn't
dude.
really have like a prominent role in the movie. It just seemed like it was just I don't know. Nobody in that role, nobody in that movie stood out as far as like, you know what I mean? Like, that one character or those few characters in the movie that really stand out. And
The
I felt
only
like everybody was just kind of the same.
the only time he stood out was when he fucking drove his dirt bike off the cliff into the fucking like barrier or whatever the fuck they had, like the
Oh yeah, that thing, yeah.
that I don't know, but Chris Hemsworth, you people should know who he is by now. He's been in a lot of shit. And I think he has the guts. I think he has the potential to, become a great Hulkster for all you Hulkamaniacs. So yeah, I'm ready for it.
This
And
is oh, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, I just give a little brief of the movie if you want. It's not a movie that they're gonna cover like Hulk Hogan's whole life.
See,
They're not gonna.
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, they're just gonna cover the era of like the Hulkamania. The era of wrestling where
So it's
you
gonna be
know,
like 80s, 90s.
yeah, and they go on from there and stop at a certain point, not to like
They better not go to the lawsuit, bro. That better not be in the
no,
movie.
no, they're gonna stop to the point where probably where he leaves wrestling. He makes his name, he makes his impact to wrestling and what it is today. They're not gonna get to the sex scandal. They're probably not gonna get to like
The
his
racism thing either.
the racism shit. They're probably not gonna get to the TV show he had with his family. They're gonna it's I think it's gonna be a movie that just covers the reign of Hulk
Hulkamania.
Hogan. And it's yeah, just to see all the fucking wild Hulkamaniacs. Because when you think of Hulk Hogan, he made the biggest impact when it comes to wrestling. He kind of made wrestling what it is. He was the
100%.
icon. He was the icon that everybody looked up to. And no matter how hard you want to hate Hulk Hogan, you just couldn't. You always wanted him to come on top. And when you think about his days in the yellow and red, that shit was awesome. The early WWF stages. And then you think of him fucking going over the WCW wearing the black
Black
and
and
white
white, dude.
as the NWO, the New World Order. The New World Order probably would have never been anything close to what it was without Hulk Hogan.
Dude,
And
that was the greatest heel turn in wrestling history.
yeah, you never seen Hulk Hogan. You never even predicted Hulk Hogan to turn a heel. And he did. And he fucking made the best heel I think we'll ever see
Yeah,
in
dude.
wrestling.
Yeah, dude. And the thing is, bro, is that how often do like because dude, I just watched recently like some stuff on the network where it was, just all these different NWO clips from back in the day. It kind of went in order. But at the beginning, dude, the first like couple months of the NWO, like every week, dude, they were completely filling the ring with trash and shit. Like people fucking hated him at first until like NWO got cool and then people liked it. But at first, when he first turned heel, people fucking hated him. And I think that the only other person that can compare to him as a heel is Vince McMahon. That's it. There's other heels that were great in other ways, but I'm just talking about like the biggest impact type of heels, Hogan and McMahon. But Hogan's definitely number one. And he's number one in every sense. Like, just he definitely wasn't the best wrestler. I mean, we all know that. But he was number one in the sense of just he was the biggest baby face that there ever was, and he was the biggest heel that there ever was.
Not only that, just the energy he brought to
Yeah.
the ring, was electrifying.
And
You know,
he's the one that bridged the gap, like with wrestling and mainstream and pop culture. Like, wrestling was its own thing that some people watch wrestling, and a lot of people looked at it just like it's the dumbest thing ever. Why would I watch that? Or why would I go see that? Even before there was cable, why would I go see that? People just hated on it. And then Hulk Hogan, around the MTV era and all that shit, he was able to be like, the figurehead for wrestling in the WWE and literally bridge the gap between wrestling and like mainstream and like pop culture, and brought wrestling to a whole different like dimension that it ever was in. And that's when wrestling started to get big. You know what I mean? And look where it is now.
that's why I feel like, in a sense, wrestling wouldn't be where it is without the Hulkster.
It wouldn't. 100% it wouldn't. It wouldn't. Because you also got to think about the other stars that were around back in that time. Like Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, people like that, like the huge stars. Like, even them, as great as they were, they couldn't have done what Hulk Hogan did as far as bridging that gap. Like,
No,
Hulk Hogan was the guy.
There was no other wrestling icon that could bring in as many fans as he did. And like when you think of Hulk Hogan back in our days, not only was a wrestler, but he fucking was in Rocky 3.
Yep.
He was.
No holds barred, bro.
Yeah, I know the movie sucked, but No Holds Barred was awesome. To us,
he said, "I know it sucked, but it was awesome."
Zeus fucking just it was.
Oh,
when
I was a kid, I loved that movie. But I heard if you watch it back now, you're just like, as an adult, you just be like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
Yeah, no, I'm afraid to. I just like movies like Urban Commando. I remember him being in that fucking movie.
Urban Commando?
Suburban Commando.
Oh, I thought you said urban. Did you say Urban Commando?
I did say Urban Commando. I got it mixed up with Suburban Commando and The Nanny when he's fucking just in some regular.
That was awful. That movie was awful.
But you loved it as a kid, dude. You just loved
him.
I did. Seeing Hulk Hogan on the screen, and he was the Hulkster all around every time. That's why it made such an impact when he became heel and became NWO, because the last wrestler you thought that was going to become part of the New World Order was fucking Hulk Hogan. And when he started spray painting people, the NWO on their backs and shit, that's when it got serious. And you're like, holy shit.
Yeah,
when everybody started throwing trash in the ring, because it wasn't the fact that they hated it. They loved it inside. They just couldn't stand the fact that Hulk Hogan actually turned heel.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, though. I think in the beginning, I think for maybe like at least the first month or whatever, people really fucking hated him for that, I think.
Yeah, but it wasn't the entertainment that they hated. They loved the entertainment. It was just the grasping the whole reality of him being a bad dude.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to seeing Hulk being like the true American, the fucking guy that comes out and he's like, yeah, this is my man, he's gonna whip some ass, and then he just fucking switches into the fucking bad dude. I feel like the entertainment value of it was, kept you on your seat. You always want to watch it. Want to watch it. You couldn't stand that he was heel and he was doing the shit he was doing. It took a few, but dude, that's what made it great, and like you think of nowadays, like, what kind of wrestler nowadays would make that impact? It's impossible. Just remember, folks, do some research on Chris Hemsworth if you don't know who he is. He's fucking awesome. He's a great actor. I mean, he's not the fucking best actor, He's not no fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. When you think of great actors, you don't fucking think Chris Hemsworth is a fucking Robert De Niro or anything like that, you know. But he's definitely up and coming, and I think he has fucking the potential
All right, you
to
ready?
play a great Hulk Hogan. Go ahead.
Let's give our last thoughts on the Hulk Hogan movie.
Almost done anyways.
Because I want to take it home for the night pretty soon. Eat some banana bread maybe.
Chris Hemsworth is casted as the Hulkster. And if I didn't say this before, or Mr. Gonzo said this before, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Netflix flick. So if you don't have Netflix, I mean, I'm pretty much doing a commercial for Netflix right now. They better pay us. If you don't have Netflix, get it or try it for free for a month, you know, because there are great shows on it, great Netflix originals, great movies from the past. You can even watch Chris Hemsworth and the Marvel movies, even in Thor, because they're all on there. So get it and let's fucking watch this Hulkamaniac movie because I think Chris Hemsworth is going to kill it. I think he has the potential to make a great Hulk Hogan, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and I agree. I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to be an interesting experience to see it because of just the different people that are involved. But I'm curious to hear what other people think about it because I've already heard a little bit of a mixed bag. Like you said, some people are like, Chris Hemsworth, nah, that doesn't work. So I drop a comment, let us know, because we know all of you people liked Hulk Hogan. Don't fucking lie and say you didn't because you did, because everybody fucking loved Hulk Hogan. Even the people that didn't watch wrestling still loved Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? And I know that for a fact. My sister didn't watch wrestling. She liked the Hulk Hogan movies. She thought Hulk Hogan was cool. She liked them. You know what I mean?
Even even people who hated Hulk Hogan loved Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I don't care what the fuck you say.
Exactly. No, it's for real. If you say that you didn't like Hulk Hogan, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar. That's it.
Because everybody loved Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Everybody loved that. Everybody loved that.
That one. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So.
And then this one.
And that one, yeah.
This one.
We're all brothers.
And then this one. Everybody loved
him. And then him fucking picking up Mr. Andre the Giant and fucking slamming him down. You know,
and then,
no one did that except for Hulk Hogan, people.
And then number one, dude, the number one was this thing, right? And he's like hulking up, and he's like,
oh, fuck,
and he gives you that, and then he gives you one of these.
Yeah,
gives you one of these, and then he comes in with the rights.
Yeah, that's when you know you're done.
That's like, when you know it's over.
When he gives you that finger, you're like, oh fuck, he's gonna finger my butthole.
Stay away. And then he slips like some Vaseline out of his back pocket.
Yeah.
That's just his wrestling trunks. He's got a little pocket in there. It's got like a fucking, travel size Vaseline. He's like, let's go, brother. Let's go, brother. It's time.
And no one will rep the better fucking bald headed fucking side hair, blonde haircut like that motherfucker, okay?
Dude.
Because he repped that shit for the longest time.
Still
and it
does.
Never got old. And he
still
does.
And it's
does.
fake. It's fake.
Because it's his fucking trademark. He's got to keep it.
He has to. He's probably bald, but he has to have that.
Dude, he definitely most likely is bald.
But dude, okay, this is the thing, a little side note, and I just want to throw this in there at the end of the video. Through all that NWO shit that I was watching recently, right? Fucking, there was like one pay-per-view where he wrestled somebody or whatever, and he came out, right, with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall through the crowd, right? And the motherfucker had blonde, spiky hair. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I don't remember this. Like, and I when we were kids, I mean, we watched it like every fucking week, saw all of it. Like, I don't fucking remember this. And then he gets in the ring and he's wearing like a bandana and his hair, and he's got a full head of blonde, spiky hair. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He's wrestling the match. And I'm like, dude, did this motherfucker get like hair implants at some point? Or like, what is going on right now? Is that a wig? And dude, it turns out it's a wig because in the match somebody hit him and the thing popped off his head.
I don't remember that, but I can picture it.
It was fucking hilarious, dude. Seeing him with blonde spiky hair, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then, dude, I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, yo, that thing can't be real. It can't be real hair. And then, sure as shit, yo, that thing fucking, I don't know, he might have been fighting Savage or something. He fucking hit him or some shit. And the thing got all like cockeyed, and then you could see like his other hair like sticking out in a ponytail and shit. But only Hogan, dude. You know, and he came out with that fucking wig on and rocked it, dude. Just rocked it. He had the Hollywood bandana on, and it was just like, dude, it was cool. It was cool, but it was fucking it was hilarious.
Hulkamaniacs, Hulkamania. That's what it's all about. We'll never ever forget that time.
Nope. And I'm excited. I'm excited for that movie because it's probably, hopefully, it brings me back. You know, it's one that's how I'm gonna love the movie if it brings me back.
Yeah, me as well, man. I hope it brings me back. And all our fans out there, all our wrestling fans, you know what we're talking about. We all hope it brings us back to the day of being a Hulkamaniac. So make sure you guys comment on our video. Let us know how excited you are, and let us know on what you think about the casting of Chris Hemsworth playing Hulk Hogan. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We would love for you to subscribe, hit that red bell so you can get alerts when we have new content. And like it and keep watching, folks. We love you. We'll always love you. So that's it. Chris Hemsworth is playing Hulk Hogan. Todd Phillips is the director. Scott Silver is the writer. Let's bring it on, brothers.
Yep. And make sure you do your training, say your prayers, and eat your vitamins. And until next time, Gonzo Shark is checking out. Peace.
Peace, my friends.